Scandinavia, the icy region where they export more vodka than anywhere else in the world, drink more milk than anywhere else, where rotten, rancid fish is considered a delicacy, where feeling cold
I've
isn't
still
a thing,
never
where
tried it.
7-foot Vikings used to patrol the land. Today, I'm
kind of right. Why does it say Master of Pain? No!
going to be doing a tier list not only of the 3 Scandinavian countries, Sweden, Norway and Denmark. I'm officially extending this video into a Nordic tier list. That means we're including Finland and Iceland in the ranking as well.
Finland mentioned, let's go!
But first off, we got Sweden. Now, I know I sound like your typical British guy, but I promise I am like the most Swedish dude on this godforsaken island.
No, honestly, I can hear some Swedish, I feel like. Oh my, these fireworks! Typical Swedish bombing in the background. Yeah, you know what? You don't know if it's fireworks or if it's bombing. That's a piece of Swedish lore for you guys.
Fika. I drink milk literally by the gallon. I listen to Blade every day. I will constantly be annoyed about the weather apart from that one day of the year when it's lagom. My family celebrates Christmas on the 24th of December. They also own a Dala Hest.
Small wooden horse you can put in your
But why did he pronounce it like that though? That's not very Swedish.
24th of December. They also own a Dala Hest.
Right, he had that English-speaking twist on it. The Dala, not the Dala Hest.
Small wooden horse you can put in your window and stuff like that.
My name is fucking Leopold. I am genuinely so Swedish that I am a direct descendant of Alfred Nobel, the dude who invented dynamite and invented the Nobel Prize. So if it seems like I'm a bit biased with this first tier list ranking, I am. We got the highest population in Scandinavia, we got the biggest city in Scandinavia, we've got all the good Scandinavian music, we've got the best food in Scandinavia,
Sweden mentioned!
Scandinavia. We've got the most islands in the world. We literally invented Minecraft, IKEA, Bluetooth, Spotify, fucking
What? We made Bluetooth? Really?
Rare earth minerals they found up in Kiruna. I mean, it will definitely be interesting to see if a massive injection of money into the Kiruna.
In the Kiruna area? Yeah, but Kiruna is going under, bro. Kiruna is going under. Sweden and Nordic have been on my bucket list for ages. I'm gonna be completely honest, it's not very fun up here. It's not very fun. There's nothing to do.
Next up, we got Norway. They're like the sugar daddies of Scandinavia. We all think they're kind of annoying, but they also have every natural resource you could ever need on lock. And whilst they do keep this wealth to themselves a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they isn't there like a bunch of Norwegian like oil rigs?
This country is very, very, very important. Not just
nothing to do if you look for them, yeah, but not as much as in other countries.
After Brexit, the UK would literally have collapsed if we didn't leech off all of Norway's natural resources.
Come to Birmingham! Come to fucking Birmingham!
And regarding nature, I can't lie, Norway is absolutely stunning. Plus, they actually have this
I do want to go to Norway.
Due to the Gulf Stream, Norwegians have much less painful winters than the rest of us Scandinavians. Must be nice.
Wait, really? No, is this true? This image is the most realist thing that I've ever seen. You're on your lunch break in Stockholm during this is it. This is just Sweden. This isn't even a joke. This is like literally. That's it. That's it. That's just it. That's why you're so depressed. Guys, I just ordered so much vitamin D because I don't see the sun. I saw the sun by going to Spain. I haven't seen the sun in so long.
You get 2 other types of Norwegians.
This is all the Nordics, is it really?
Borders. These people are usually driven a bit insane by the country's desolate vastness, and this insanity can go one of 2 ways. Case study number 1, the glad skit. That's a Swedish term that essentially refers to someone that's very happy, carefree, and jolly.
The glad skit. I don't know why. I thought that was a family thing that my family did, like din lilla glada skit. I thought that was a family thing that my family did. I didn't know that, like, was another thing other people say as well.
Jolly, but also a bit simple in the head. Let's just say they're not thinking too deep. And then you have the second type of deranged Norwegian, the evil Satanist. These guys are absolutely
what a king. What a king.
Opposite of glad wheats. They're actually driven to insanity from thinking too deeply about shit. And these guys turn fucking ballistic, okay? I'm talking death metal, I'm talking burning down multiple churches, I'm talking convicted
At least not the
murderers,
people
most
that like
radical
they had
beliefs you
like
could
somebody
ever imagine.
dead on
You
their
really,
album
really
cover,
wanna
like the
avoid
lead
this type of
guitarist or singer or
Norwegian.
something.
And everyone from Norway knows of a local dodgy guy lurking around their town who's a bit questionable in this way. And you just gotta steer clear. Do not interact with these guys. They are almost definitely armed and dangerous.
That's kind of how I see Norwegians, I think.
The little splooge splatter of Scandinavia, the most mocked people in the Nordic region. Now, there are some main reasons why Denmark gets on so much by all of the
But you know what? It's right. You should poop on Denmark.
other Nordic countries.
It is
First
morally
off,
correct.
They sound kind of annoying, okay? Scandinavia is Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, right? We're all meant to speak very similar languages, and we would if Danes didn't just choose to say words in the most stupid, annoying way possible, just to be like edgy and cool and different. And you might be thinking, well, what about Finns? Why don't you guys make fun of them for having a completely different language?
Because
Their
Finns are
language
cool
sounds
and
cool as
good.
fuck. The term I love you in Scandinavian languages is always along the lines of Jag älskar dig. In Finnish, it's Minä rakastan sinua.
Denmark's slander is always correct.
It's scary, bruh. Also, they did walk all the way from Siberia, so it's a lot more valid. Danes like to think that they're very clever and intellectual, and therefore they think they speak English the best out of all of the Nordics, when in reality, their accents sound like Germans with peanut butter stuck to the roof of their mouths.
The Dutch team is surely favorites in our group, and they're one of the best teams in the tournament. Whatever.
Get ready for my best Danish.
Oh boy.
My name is Sammy. I wrote a fan mail to you a while ago, so no need to tell.
I mean, there's a reason why
Heavy
there's like a
metal
million
vocalist?
English-speaking Swedish singers,
Really?
and there's literally not one English-speaking Danish singer I could name off the top of my head. But wait, before I reveal my true thoughts about Denmark, I've got the perfect solution for any angry Danes or other people watching right now. You can let all your anger out.
Danes are kind of like the beta of the Nordics. No, if any Danish people are watching this, I love you. I'm sorry, I love you, but man, and the Finns are Swedes think they're better than everyone. Norway tries to keep to itself, but also thinks that it's a little bit better than everyone. Swedes want to be America so bad. Has wanna be fancy so bad. Finns just do what they wanna. Finns are just like, they're just really cool. Depressed alcoholics that burn themselves in saunas and drink vodka. That's any opinions? Any objections? Any agreements? No? She's out of lane, but she's right. I can confirm what you said about Danes, but I must say the Finns are the better ones. Yeah. I can respect a country that has a word for getting drunk at home while wearing underwear.
A factor that makes the rest of
This
the
is
Nordics
Danes watching my stream right now.
frown down upon Denmark a bit is that all these countries have a deep respect for nature. 97% of Sweden is uninhabited, even more with Norway and Finland. And the
Wait, what's it?
sprawling endless
Nice?
Sweden is uninhabited. Countries have a deep respect for nature. 97% of Sweden is uninhabited,
97? No, you're f***ing with me.
more with Norway and Finland. And the sprawling endless forest, mountains, land, biodiversity, animals is all very important to a lot of Nordic people. However, Denmark is a complete exception because it's so small, more densely populated, these values kind of aren't cherished in the same way. And I know this obviously doesn't represent all of Denmark's citizens' actions, but it doesn't stop that a lot of Scandinavians are a bit disgusted and offended when they see stuff like this on the news. Also, Denmark low-key have a kind of weird empire thing still going on, but I'm not gonna get too political with all that. But all of that being said, I'm not gonna lie, they did invent Lego, so they made my childhood pretty much.
Wait, which one's Danes? Oh, wait, what did they say? Danes? Yeah, Danes.
Be the same man I am today if I didn't have Lego as a kid, alright? And also a lot of Danish cities do look pretty cool, and their islands are cool, and I really would love to go to Copenhagen, and Danish pastries
Nah, Copenhagen, so overrated, so overrated. You try to speak with them, they understand you, you don't understand them. Is this just a Denmark? Is this just a Denmark Sunday stream?
And a crispy ice cold Carlsberg might be one of the best things known to man. You could be handed on a wall.
If Skyway was real, it would. I
really
feel like it would be like
Denmark.
a very Norway
banter, some funny
and
jokes.
Finland.
Good thing Danish people don't understand comedy in the slightest. Right, those are all the Scandinavian countries done. I'm gonna move on to the Nordic countries now. Starting with Iceland, probably the most insane and unique looking Nordic country. Is absolutely stunning. That does come with some downsides though. Namely, the entire country is like one big tourist trap. Their population is only 372,000, but they get 1.7 million tourists every year. Meaning you can almost guarantee at all times there are more tourists than Icelandic people in Iceland. And looking at these stats right now, I do feel pretty bad for you guys. Honestly though, you can probably avoid the big crowds by just not going to the fucking Blue Lagoon. I don't know if any of the tourists know this, but it's...
Why do people in general just don't live in Iceland? What is like... I understand that it's like desolate. I know I've seen some people be like, oh, it's there's not that many things, and a lot of it is like it's pretty harsh weather and stuff. Is that it? Because I don't specifically know why. Jello by a tour guide there. What did you do? The hot spring smell though. Yeah, isn't it like sulfur? So it's like, you're like, ah, yeah, we're getting close to a hot spring. How do you know? Because it smells like fort. Bad croplands. It's pretty distant. It's full of volcanoes. Oh, right. It's full of volcanoes, isn't it? Isn't it? Don't they have to use an app before dating to make sure they're not related to each other? God, that is so sad. That is so sad. They don't have sugar, they have to invent licorice. Wait, did Iceland really make licorice? Because in that case, absolutely based. Active volcano, holy moly. Damn. Well...
It's literally power plant wastewater. Anyway, the other things I know about Iceland is that the prices are absolutely fucking ridiculous. Everything smells like eggy farts because of all the sulfur in the air from the volcanoes, which, from my understanding, like literally any day now, are about to cataclysmically explode and instantly pulverize any existence of Icelandic people ever existing. I mean, I really genuinely hope that the one dude from Iceland watching this video is okay and is gonna live to see the year 2024. Next up, Finland. Finnish people are unhinged as f***. They're always drunk doing some weird shit with farming equipment. They're probably the most extroverted Nordic people, commonly thought...
Sorry, did he just say the Finns are the most extroverted of the Nordic people? Sorry, let me hear that again.
With farming equipment, they're probably the most extroverted Nordic people, commonly thought...
No! No, they are not! Finns are easily the least extroverted of the Nordic people. What do you guys think? What's the top one? I would say probably what is the top one? Maybe Swedes? I feel like Swedes, Danes, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Finland. I feel like. What do you guys think?
of as the redneck neighbors. Somehow though, it's still the most expensive country I've ever visited. You know, if you really want to get a grasp on Finnish culture, I'd recommend the game My Summer Car. I think
Fuck
it
yeah.
perfectly summarizes the Finnish day-to-day routine. Wake up, go fix your box car, drive to the shop in this
I wanna
car,
play
buy lots
this.
of vodka, drink all
Still
the
need
vodka,
to.
get your cousin to drive you back home, sleep, repeat. All the Nordic countries done. Now we got some honorable mentions. These are all of the Nordic territories. They all have some level of autonomy, but usually less than 50,000 inhabitants. First off, the Åland Islands. Technically part of Finland, but they're self-governing, demilitarized, and they speak Swedish. I know there's a bunch of Swedish people that go on holiday there. It's meant to have pretty stunning nature. One important thing to mention is that these lucky motherfuckers pay like no tax. Next, we got Norway's territories. For example,
Oh.
Jan Mayen.
Oh, not
Why the
mentioned!
do they need this? Oh, I see. Also, Svalbard, home to 2,500 people. By
Damn.
law, need to carry rifles with them when they go outside due to there being more polar bears than humans there. They do have a
Jesus.
very awesome
That is
Soviet
really
coal mining
pretty, but
ghost town,
it
though,
looks
which I
terrifying.
would really love to visit. And also, apparently, they have a completely open visa policy. Literally anyone from anywhere could move to Svalbard, apparently. And you might think that attracts a lot of people with weak passports, but if you check which countries have the weak-ass passports, I don't think they're exactly built for minus 20 degrees Celsius, you know? Alright, next up we got Denmark's territories, starting with the Faroe Islands, which, from my understanding, is just based Iceland. Hardly any tourists in comparison, but it has an equally,
know
if
my
not
mom
even
has
more
been to
amazing natural
Faroe
landscape.
Islands.
They actually have their own language, and apart from having grassy roofs, the Faroese mainly seem to be very proud of their tunnel network. Weird flex, but hey, whatever
go
makes you
there.
guys happy, man. And then
wanna go
finally, we
there.
got Greenland, the place that definitely isn't green and was only named Greenland because some Vikings were lonely. My boy, I'm telling you, this is the greenest place I've ever been. Come join me. We're gonna grow hella crops, man. It's gonna be
You know, it still pisses me off that Greenland is called Greenland and Iceland is called Iceland. Should be vice versa, right? Hi, props.
Realistically though, Greenland is not Nordic. They have a completely separate culture. They're in a completely different continent. And maybe I'll get some patriotic Danes unsubscribing. But hey, that might actually be a good thing. I mean, it's a joke, guys. I swear it's a joke. I know you can't understand, but it's a joke, I swear. And
It's a joke, Danes, I swear.
So there we have it, guys. The completed tier list.
Luckily,
Feel
I've
free
never
to
been
argue
to
about it as
Helsinki.
much as you want in the comments.
Oh, I wanna do a tier list.
The completed tier list. Feel free to argue.
Okay. Do you want my tier list? Finland? And Åland belongs to Finland, so Finland and Åland on top. Sweden is a... I'd say Norway and Faroe Islands can be in B. Denmark is obviously, like, it doesn't even have F, but Denmark should be in F. Iceland, let's say D or C. Svalbard, I don't even know where to put Svalbard. I don't even know where to put it. I was going to suggest D for Denmark. It's too high. I get it, but it's too high. This is Denmark slander. Go on, go on.